Oh, that's good. Webcam's not working. Fuck's sake. Why has it just stopped working? Alright, I guess I won't be using the webcam. All the players are ready anyway. Long day today. I've got 5 matches to cover, so I'm probably going to start a bit slower than usual so I don't burn out. Yeah, match 1 against is Shox' team against Aiko's team, which is a pretty big matchup, honestly. Both teams pretty strong. Aiko's team especially strong, based on how they've been performing so far. One of the favourites. Kevlar's sitting at the top. Bit a bit stupid without the camera on. Well, I'm getting PMs. Imagine guys, if the spectator could talk to the players in the game. Imagine that. Right, okay, squad are readied up. This will be an interesting one. Because Aljas and SKL obviously will know Honk. Aiko definitely knows it. As all 2K4 players. I don't know which game Jayski's from. But that's a pretty strong lineup for this map. Shox and Sunraiser, though, also 2K4 players. Maybe Kevlar as well, I'm not 100% sure. So lots of players who have played Honk in previous versions of the game. Anyway, let's get into it. Jayski wants to have a lot of fun, apparently. It's Kevlar who got the sniper. Oh, and he's about to die. SKL takes him out. And he spawns, right on him, but SKL makes the lift jump. Already, all of Aiko's team set up with his 100 armor. Shox gets wrecked by a combo. Oh, but Shox has just walked in and nearly got himself the 100 armor. That was a close one. It would have been embarrassing if 4 aces had lost that. Oh, Jayski runs out of ammo, but Cyborg headbutts his flak ball. So already quite a lot of kills on the side of red. Oh, that's an unfortunate spawn for Cyborg. And the belt's coming up. Jayski, you can't belt up there, you have to use the ramps. But belt goes to Aiko. Sunraiser got the 100, so let's switch over to him. Oh, and he's spotted Aiko off the spawn. But he's been rocketing up close. This 100 is all but gone. 1 HP. Does get the kill. But nobody has any armor for this amp fight, and Aiko's holding the line against 2 low stack players. Only one of them dies to that combo. That's miraculous. And eventually Sunraiser goes down. 100 will, the amp brother will go to Aiko. Already 16-5, looking pretty dominant in this first minute and a half. And we haven't even had this amp run yet. There you go, Kevlar goes down. Geckos just wants to secure this area. You can really hurt people who are sitting on the armor and the belt if you have an amp on this map. It's so open. But yes, using that amp. Only gets a kill, but secures the belt for his team. Let's switch over to SKL. He was the player who picked up that belt. Cyborg just drops into his crosshair. It's a bit of a freebie. Oh, this is AK we're following. I did click on SKL. Aljas picks up the 100. Wants some HP though. But like, just knowing where the health bubbles are on this map is gonna be an advantage for these 2K4 players. Aljas nearly fucks that up, but does kill Cyborg in the end. Oh, amp probably going to blue here. Aiko goes down in the last second. Sunrays has got the amp. And he wins the fight on 4 HP, but it was Aljas who just picked up all that HP. Drops the amp. Good. Obviously, Shock's been drilling his teammates. Oh, but Aiko has so much stack. Shock needs to watch out. Aiko loses all that stack. SKL for red team did get the belt, but it's looking like Shocks will defend this 100 armor. Oh, so many players from all angles. SKL to take down Shocks. And the 100 goes to Aiko. He picks up a rocket launcher as well. And he will surely get this kill. Cyborg only has a bio. This is looking very dominant for 4 aces. So Aiko nearly gets another kill there. Kevlar down really low. There we go. And Red are prioritizing this belt. Oh, what? They delayed so much in picking up the belt that Kevlar just takes it. And Aiko goes down. My cat's screaming. Amps up soon. Shocks is there way ahead of time. And now it's Aiko trying to push into this choke point. SKL takes a 1-2 combo. Shock ball to beam. And Shocks picks up the bio around that deadly goo blob. And a double kill. So helping to close this gap a bit. And a spawner in front of him, a chance for another one. Oh, J-Ski, mad lad. Absolutely jukes Shocks, that's hilarious. Now Shock's looking for some damage on this 100 armor fight. We'll take out SKL. Oh, nearly another one onto Aiko. Oh, those rockets from Aiko were great, and J-Ski takes out Shocks. J-Ski, the thorn in Shocks aside, that amp run, and both major armors go to red. Normally, you want to use that amp to secure you at least one of those. Oh, suicide from Aiko there, takes out Shocks. And 100's up pretty soon. Kevlar's there, but super low. Both blue players are low. Will be Sunraiser to pick it up though. Spawns just in time. And he's running for some health, but he gets headshot. There goes all of that armor. And that's crucial because the belt and the amp are both coming up. That armor would have been so useful. Cyborg sitting on the amp. It looks like blue will get this unless J-Ski's rockets connect, which they do. Kevlar there for backup. Sunraiser got the belt. Kevlar gets the amp, so both major items in the hands of blue. But he needs to be careful. He's got no support here. And he just goes down. Oh, that is terrible. 100 did go to Aljas as well. So all of a sudden, red looking strong. Oh, what a combo. Look at these stats you to have a look at. No surprise that it's Aiko in the lead, damage-wise, but Shock's pretty close behind. Oh, Aiko narrowly gets away from that buy. There's 4 blue players, actually, around this part of the map. Oh, nearly dodges into that blob. Belt's actually up. Oh, Shock sneaks it. That's pretty big, especially because he survived. Doesn't have much health, but his teammate got the 100 armor. So they want to play for this next amp. It's up in 12 seconds. Oh, and a great spawn for Kevlar as well. All 4 blue players are down here. And Aiko's got no gun, so he has to back away from Sunraiser here. Amp goes to Shocks. Let's follow him. He had a pretty good amp run last time. SKL already taking 90 damage. Oh, nice little bounce kill from Shocks, but needs to be careful. Avoids the rocket of Aljas. And he's forced his way onto this 100 armor, but it's not actually up for about 20 seconds, and he dies to J-Ski again. But the gap is closed. It's now only 10 frags. And that's probably off the back of those 2 amp runs from Shocks. Wresting a bit of control back from blue, and J-Ski craters as he falls down. Unable to get the belt, which goes to Cyborg, so another belt goes to blue team. And they got the 100 armor, so this is looking really strong for them. Cyborg risking it, going around that corner a bit. But 3 nice primaries onto Aiko. And that's important. Taking out Aiko is crucial. And blue is starting to build a pretty hefty stack. If Kevlar can get this 100, then all of a sudden they all have armor. Oh, I thought Aiko was going to take that for a second there. Actually, Cyborg can take this and that will replenish, because he already had that belt, so he can overstack. So blue looking pretty scary at the moment. Gap has been closed to 5. Oh, almost a great combo from Cyborg. We'll pick up a second though. And defends this amp from 2 players from red team. Gonna pick up this amp. And another amp run for blue. And the belt goes to red though. Chance for Cyborg to completely strip it off though. Cyborg just looking for players now. SKL goes down, so that's 2 on this run. He's spotted Aljas as well. Aljas has stack as well, so bit of a loss for red if he goes down. But somehow the gap got wider. Red actually went ahead during that amp run, so maybe Cyborg just not quite proactive enough moving around the map. Played it a bit safe. And that means that red have got themselves the belt. Or the 100 armor rather. Actually going to switch over to Aiko. He is the 100 armor player as he takes down Shocks. Probably, yeah, double kill there. He's sitting on this belt. That's going to be pretty much free. It's pinged in the butt with an enforcer. And Al just gets the 100, so full control of the armor's back for Team Red. And the amp's coming up. So this will probably be a red team armor. It's Aiko content to just play Quake, and the amp room here dies to a combo. And it's Cyborg. He knows the amp time, but he's forced off it. He doesn't have the teammates that he needs to take this amp. A bit of a weapon exchange. There we go. Oh, Aiko the ammo. Actually dodges past that shock rifle, maybe leaving it for a teammate. And that means the blue got the 100. But a great combo from Aiko will strip that 100 almost entirely off Sunraiser. And the lead is back up over 10. And they are prepped for the belt. Oh! The moves. Aiko survives there. Belt's now up. Kevlar will steal it though. And Aiko goes down. But here's the thing, like, look at all the damage Kevlar took, and Aljas, he has the 100. Takes the 50 as well, didn't need it, but we'll deny that. So actually comes out the strongest player, despite not being anywhere near the belt fight. 100's up pretty soon. I'll just probably going to leave it for teammate. Doesn't want to burn that 30 armor that he already has. Don't actually know who the 100 went to. But team setting up for the amp. Blue are there ahead of time. Shiver just shocks as he defends it. 4 Boo players in the amp. Will be Cyborg to pick this one up, I think. Yep. Oh, Aiko just out of reach. Does lose the belt to a nice amp snipe from Cyborg Bay. Cyborg's got pretty solid aim, but not really any opportunities. There we go. Aiko goes down. Sunrays has actually been killed by his teammates. Cyborg playing these amp runs very slow, and the lead is only down to 4 now. But not getting a huge amount of damage on these runs. Oh, Sunrays are surely... Oh no, his teammate. Oh, all that armor's just gone. Lead back up to 9. Seems like every time Blue get close, they are denied. Belt's coming up. Aiko's there. He gets picked out of the air. Sunraiser picks it up. Let's follow him. He actually gets away, taking almost no damage. That is rare. And Jayski's so low. Again, Al just gets the 100 though, so this 100's almost uncontested for red. There we go, Sunraiser barreling in, but he's got no team support. Hey, it's a direct rocket onto Aljas. There's the 100 armor, proving its worth. And this will probably be an amp. Yes, Aiko gets the amp. And the lead is up to 10 with a minute left. Blue, they wanted to make this close, but it's looking like the gap will be widened in this last minute with the amp run from Aiko. Okay, so he's playing this passive because he knows that the only win condition for Blue is to kill this amp run. Yeah. Oh, eats the rocket in the end. Belt goes to Sunraiser again. And they need to make an enormous run here. They've just got the 100, but it's probably too little too late, especially after those tri-rockets from Jayski. Red just need to be annoying, and they've got the game in the bag. There we go. Sunraiser are not happy about that. Let's pull up these stats for the last 20 seconds. 5k damage for Aiko. Shocks only 4.3. He was pretty close to Aiko at the beginning, but fell off a little bit. And you can see the damage difference between the two teams. It's pretty significant. Amp time, very even. 100 armor is actually very even. 50 is reasonably close. Belts, bang on even. Which just seemed like it was fairly close at points, but just never an opportunity to take the lead for Blue. I'll be back in 1 second. The game might start without me.
2, 1.
Oh, I'm back just in time to see the start of the game, which will be on Nitro. Second time it's being played in the group stage, actually. Switch over to Cyborg. He is the player who got the first sniper. SKL goes down. I think this is probably more likely to be an even game. Although, admittedly, the damage lead was on the side of Aiko's squad last game, and this is definitely a map that favours high aim, high damage players. The first 100 goes to Aiko, first 50 goes to Red. Sunraiser picked that one up. But Cyborg, full control of this 100 armor position. 3 snipes in a row, but flanked from behind. Jeski had no health when he did that, so that was a great kill from him. Oh, Aiko goes down. Belt's coming up in 5. He's shocked to pick that up, but he gets knocked by his teammate. Oh no. Oh no. Not again. Come on, Cyborg. No, not again. And Aiko picks it up. Outrageous. Look at the armor on blue. They got everything. They got the 50 and the 100 as well. A second, I need to ban something from Twitch chat. There we go. First amp. Sorry, I missed that grab. We'll go to SKL. Fighting an uphill battle. He's actually cornered 3 red players ahead of him, but he's got some support now. Shox flows around and headshots him. Stylish. And Kevlar. Oh, we switched to him just as he shreds Aljas. He's got that 100 armor and the keg, so he's absolutely stacked. Moving in to help in this belt fight. It is up. I think Aiko picked that up, but he doesn't even hit the ground before he loses all of it. And almost gets spawn fragged. So 23 to 23, very even first couple minutes. 100 is up. Okay, we'll pick that up. He's been all over the major items this game, but he's only got 8 HP, so he will die to just about anything. Or needs those health bubbles. And Shox and Sunraiser, and Cyborg for that matter, are all set up for this amp. Sunraiser jumps down. That lets 2 blue players up. That's risky. Oh, come on, game. There will be blue to take the amp. Okay, he's got no hit scan. All out of shock ammo. Wants to get to this sniper. Kevlar makes a neat little play, but it doesn't pay off for him. And the belt's up in 8. Probably Shox will go down here as well. And SKL picks up the belt. Oh, Aiko nearly walks into that goo. Woo! And the rocket. Man, couldn't dodge that one. Oh no! You hate to see it. Spawn, instant spawn kill rocket from Cyborg. Cyborg's one of those players that can hit outrageous rockets. If you've ever seen his UT99 assault movie, done some insane rocket plays. Nothing up for a little while. This 100 armor's up in 10. Oh, almost a great double kill combo from Aiko there. But we'll get both players in the end. He's got a bunch of guns here. Could give some of these to a teammate before he goes down, actually. 100 armor went to Aljas. As ever, the 100 armor player. And Aiko does get killed by a sniper player. But his teammates are here to pick up the belt. SKL will take that. Another amp going to Aiko. Already 10 seconds gone, waiting for a sniper, but it's generally worth it, especially because his teammate has stack. Doesn't need to help out anywhere. But he hasn't hit a shot yet. Only 10 seconds left on this amp. Ooh, Cyborg avoids this one shot. Oh, what a flick. And picks off Shocks. It's a shame the replay system is low tick because, oh, these flick shots would look so much better from Aiko's perspective. 100 armor does go to red though, and the scoreline has just been absolutely ripped apart by blue. Now well over 20 points in the lead. And red need to do something pretty big to start getting control, and giving away another belt is not helping matters. Put up the damages. I'm expecting to see Aiko on top. Oh, it's actually J-Ski in the lead, but look, Aljas and Aiko both very close behind. A good 1.5k damage in the lead. And Aljas picks up another 100 armor. Kills Kevlar. Yes, all of a sudden the 23 to 23 early game is long behind us. Amp does go to red though. How does that miss? Nice little shot there. But Shock's getting overwhelmed. Down to 8 HP. Will die. Amp though dropped for a teammate. Oh, Aiko steals that. How has he managed that? And the belt's coming up. Just always seems to have the amp. And gets a kill with it. So that was a mistake by Kevlar that really didn't need to go in. But let's follow SKL, the belted player. Only player with armor in the server at the moment. 100 armor's coming up though. We'll probably go to Aljas. No, actually goes to Sunraiser. So fairly even on the stacks actually, both teams. Oh, all that 100 armor gets stripped from Sunraiser. And Shocks goes down. This 100's coming up soon. Is Aljas waiting for it, as per usual. Gonna give it to his teammate. Probably want to have Aiko stacked before this next amp run. He's usually the amp carrier for his team. Oh, but Shocks is stacked, and Shocks just walks in, two shots Aiko. He doesn't have any team support though. There we go, finally Kevlar's in from the side. Shocks hits a clutch sniper and takes the amp. And now he's got support. Takes down Aiko, that's a good start. Teammate takes down another player. Oh, my fucking cat is going mental. Being distracted. He couldn't even meow when the amp was running out. But yeah, 20-point lead. Pretty similar to what we saw not too long ago. So game has stabilized, but pretty big lead for blue team. And another belt going their way. Sunraiser though is getting a grip on those 100 armors. But it just feels like the damage is, yeah, 2k damage, 2.5k damage lead for red, or for blue even. That's pretty hard to overcome. And you think that's 2.5k damage lead is effectively 25 spawn kills. And dropping guns for each other. Cyborg, oh! Saw J-Ski over flick that air rocket. Not many chances to hit air rockets in this game, sadly. Sunrise are good flak balls. Zones J-Ski away, but he just doesn't have the team support, and SKL takes him out with the amp. Belts up in 2 seconds. We'll go to Aiko even. Oh, amp is dropped. That's quite big. Shocks will pick that up. 90 damage onto Aiko. This is really risky from Shocks pushing this, but he does have a teammate. And he goes down. See, yeah, Aiko's there to pick up the amp. Could have completely stripped the belt off Aiko, but now they're just feeding him kills. Still 20-point lead for red. And Aljas positioned for that 100 armor. Iron grip on this item all game.
5-minute warning.
Certainly proving himself to be a good solo position player this tournament. There you go, you can have a look at the scoreboard. 3.7k damage for Aiko. 4.5 minutes left. And Amp coming up. Aljas in position actually, so he's going to grab that. No, we'll leave it for teammate. It drops him a gun and everything. Interesting actually, because Aiko only had 55 health. The preference for Aiko's Amp runs is so strong that they're willing to give him the Amp on 55 health over someone who has 200. Oh, and that's the risk you take by doing that. Goes down to one flak ball around the corner, but Jayski there. Team support to pick up that Amp. One-shots shocks. And this is a really strong position for an Amp player. Yeah, you can support basically everywhere on the map. Oh, knocked down. Keg is up actually, so if he checks this, he could. Oh no! Just pretend we didn't see that. Yeah, he was just respawning to get the base health back. Belt finally goes the way of red, and they got the 100 as well. So this is potential to start turning things around. They are only 16 points behind now. Or the dodges by Cyborg. SKL unable to hit the flak, and all the blue players go down. So great start from red. They've still got quite a lot of armor left as well, and they need to push into this 100 and deny the next one though. That's really what they have to do, but they're not really going for it. It's looking like it will go straight to Aiko, uncontested, and Sunrays are even giving them a freebie. So taking their foot off the gas there, harmed them. Obviously they wanted to set up this Amp, I guess. Will be Cyborg to pick that up. He's stacked now. Two players in front of him. Jayski instantly goes down. And SKL picked out of the air. Cyborg, he knows where at least one of these players are. Oh, there we go. Aiko just sneaks underneath him. Can't get away. Aljas as well. This is a great Amp run from Cyborg. And that's brought it within 6 frags with 2 minutes left. Absolutely doable. Especially if they get this belt. The belt is up. Oh, the ammo runs out on the shot combo. Could have been in denial on that belt. Look how close the damage gap has become. It's now only 800. Massive amp run from Cyborg. Definitely doing work there. But 2 major items for blue. Looking like a repeat of last map. They get so close and then they just lose control. They're unable to chain together the major items. And that maybe speaks to a bit of a lack of team coordination. Need someone to call the shots and tell them exactly where they need to go. Because it can be... Once you get a massive stack, then people sometimes tend to go and do their own thing, and that's how you lose a grip on the items. Still only 8 frags in it, and 100 armor went to Sunraiser. And the amp goes to Shox. He's only got 30 HP though, so needs to play this carefully. The sniper is spawned. But Aiko gets another belt. That's outrageous. Shox needs to be so careful here. He has to take the opportunity to do some damage, but yeah, that's the risk you take. Oh, what a spawn from Shox! That is a clutch spawn. Taking out SKL, literally spawned on his amp sniper. How does Aiko survive that? Armor is in the favor of red. This is definitely an opportunity to take the lead, but the odds are stacked against them. 7 frags, 30 seconds. Oh, all the players are so low. Sunraiser gets another 100 armor. Now only 5 frags in it with 20 seconds. Definitely doable, but blue can just hold their spawn, so they need to get kills now. 5 frags.
9, 8,
I don't know what Sunrazer was doing there. Maybe gave up in the last few seconds, but that will be another win for Red. Only 4 points in it. And a monster performance from Shox damage-wise. Eiko having a relatively quiet one compared to last game, but Jayski and Alges both stepping up and having pretty much equivalent damage to him. Yeah, sorry, blue took the game. I think I said red. Oh, yeah, maybe he ping spiked in the last few seconds there. That's unfortunate. GG's all around in the chat, though. But, I mean, these teams are... That's proof that Eiko's team is mortal. Definitely one of the underrated teams salary-wise, because a few of these players haven't really shown themselves in UT4 before. So it's hard to place them on the salary list, but definitely within striking distance of a lot of these teams. We saw Tamer take a map off him. Shox very possibly could have taken one of these two. Oh, still my webcam doesn't work. That's irritating. Anyway, that's only game 1 or match 1 of 5 today. Next one should have started 10 minutes ago, actually. So I probably be late to that one, which is a shame. Maybe they waited for me, which is nice. I'll pull up a replay. I think that's one of Cyborg getting a nice amp run. Although I think maybe I cut off most of the good frags at the beginning. This is Eiko trying to get away. Can't quite make it. But yes, match 2 will be Tough Bitches versus D1. I think is 59 versus Deity, yes. And it's on Overlord, which I don't think I've streamed yet. One of the more controversial maps in the pool. All the players are here, so we'll probably just warm up for a bit. Not sure how to place these two teams on this map. I think in previous games we've seen 59 and Senator for their team essentially damage carrying, doing loads and loads of damage. I think 59 had a 6-point-something K damage game on Tempest. But Overlord is a map where it takes a bit longer to get around. You have to get places ahead of time, so less emphasis on the damage dealing, more on the team coordination side. And Deity, definitely a very experienced TDM player. Zil and Tukra both as well. UTM4, he played in the last cup, so he's got a good amount of UT4 experience behind him. So it's possible that they'll have a bit more team coordination. So it'll be interesting to see how these two teams face up against each other. Deity actually goes down there. Was 1v2. Had a flat cannon, but bottled the shots a bit. Let's switch over to Chero. He got that first sniper rifle. Always good to see in the first 30 seconds, because obviously no one has armor. Oh, UTM4 whips out the hammer already, and Chero misses the jump. UTM4 actually stole that 100 armor, and Deity gets the 50, so all the armor in the first 30 seconds going to Team Blue. But the score is still even at 2-2. Make that 3-2. And it's Belt to play for. Belt on this map, you have to get there ahead of time. Choke points galore on the entry. You see TVD trying to walk past that corner and goes down. Senator is actually forced his way into here, but Zill picks up the belt nonetheless, and will probably clean up here. Oh, misses the huge combo onto Senator. I'm going to switch over to Tukra. He got the 100 armor and he's got 175 health, so he's been stacking up those vials. There are lots of vials in this map. They're all a bit out of the way, though. And he's solo defending this amp. He's already lost 200 health. Make that 300. Goes down without doing any damage. So that huge stack he built up, all gone in the amp fight. Oh, what? I was about to say, but it doesn't matter because Zill gets the amp. But Senator literally walks in and flak bombs Zill, who's standing still. He's got 17 health. This is when you need to drop an amp for a teammate. But not everyone has that button bound. Thank you for pointing that out. A 255 damage combo. Zill gets nuked. It'll probably be Senator to pick up this belt. UTM4 just backs in there. Actually gets a kill with the bio, but goes down to a big combo. And let's follow Senator. Definitely a flashy player in terms of damage. One of those players that can use just about any gun. Bit of aerial combat as UTM4 goes flying across the room and hits the ground, dead. And we'll probably die here unless he hits a huge bio. Oh, actually hits the bio. Nope, he missed it. What a mess. And the 100 armor's up. It goes to 59. Who could do with some health under it. But interestingly, this 100 armor position at the beginning and well, at the start when people were starting to play this map, was a bit of a solo position. But I think since people have become more and more used to moving around the map, then teams tend to group up there now. But it's a synchronized belt amp situation. The amp goes to red, belt goes to blue, but GVD instantly dies. And the team support from 59 is not enough in the face of Zill's tri-rockets. Zill now down to 18 health, gets one kill. Needs to get himself to some health and stabilize. This amp room itself is really, really dangerous. Oh, and he goes down to bio from Senator. Amp in hands is Tukra now. The game is still close. DVD goes down. Hectic amp run. It's pretty much over. And that shows the importance of getting clean amp grabs. What you want to get the amp, you want to do is get the amp and back away and take it somewhere safe and sort of poke at people. Because in this game it will drop on death. And that means that people will rush you down with all kinds of weapons. UTM4 essentially letting everybody know he was there, but somehow manages to bait Senator into going and falling into 3 players, so I guess it worked. Great headshot from Deity. Jared, really low. Somehow avoids all that plasma though. And tons of armor for blue, so they are a few points behind, but stack is in their favour now. Oh, got to be careful of those tri-rockets though. UTM4 is 1v2. More rockets come in, he's now 1v3. And this is exactly how you deal with armoured players, is you have to send multiple players to take them out. But UTM4 is proving that he's deadly with the rockets. And his teammates got the amp, so let's switch over to Deity. He is one-shottable with a sniper, so he needs to watch his back. And it's all tied up, 27-27. And blue gets the belt. Consistently getting there ahead of time as well. So I think maybe I was right when I thought that this Deity squad would have a bit more team coordination. So the belt especially is out of the way on this map. Fight in the amp room. It's not up for 30 seconds though. Seems like Tukra is one of the players playing the 100 armor position. He's had 3 this game. That's the most of any player. And he's spamming onto the amp. It's not up for 20 seconds. Redder here is so ahead of time. Obviously mistimed the amp. Can happen. And I think Blue know this. That's why they're not pushing in. Just spamming it. Senator actually spawns in there, but... Oh, finally a rocket catches Tukra off guard. You see, now the amp's coming up, and Blue will make their move. Deity's so stacked, moves in, takes it for himself. Doesn't have team support, though. Really could have used some of that. And it's Senator to pick it up. He had 2 really stacked teammates. But gets the refrag. GBD will pick it up, though, for his teammate. Oh, so much team damage. And no one else presenting themselves. There we go, UTM4 goes down. Seal takes a ton of damage as well. And it's a 3-point lead for Red. Let's put up these stats again. Senator 2.4k damage in the lead. And a huge damage lead for Red actually. 2k. But only 5 kills ahead. And I think that's definitely down to the armor positioning from Blue. Just way ahead of Red. Especially for this belt. Although finally, Senator's got there ahead of time. But it's not enough. See, 3 players for Blue went to the belt and there was only 1 for Red. And they're just consistently getting it. Doesn't matter if they're losing by 2k damage, they're still going to make the game close. And these are the kind of kills you can get when you have armor. You just abuse your stack advantage and take link fights. The amp is up in 5 though. Red, finally they're here well, or in time, but not too far ahead of the item. So they seem to have got a lock on this amp, but 59, he can't jump for it. It's so messy. UTM4 just runs in and dies. And now Senator's there to pick it up. We'll get some health. And he probably wants to defend this belt with it. There we are, player jumps in front of him. And when someone with sniper jumps in front of you and you have amped link gun, you have to go for it, because if they hit 1 shot, then you are looking weak. And there we go. Finally the belt goes to Senator, sidesteps the rockets, and takes off 130 from Tukra's big stack. And now it's Senator's time to abuse the stack advantage with the link gun. And I think, honestly, if Red can get a grip of these power-ups, with the way Blue Team's damage is going, I think they steamroll the game from there. Oh no. Because Senator's just hitting like a madman. Let's switch over to UTM4. He's just picked up that 100 armor. Nearly a 2,500 damage lead for Red now. And some nice rockets from UTM4, but can't hold the line against 3 Red players. They finally coordinated as a squad, and they're getting on these items ahead of time. See, they've actually sent 59 over to the belt to do some damage. Chero as well, recognizing that Blue were all over by the belt, so you can afford to lose some of these amp players. Senator could really do the sniper drop. And this amp has to do enough damage to offset the armor that Blue have got. 3 players in front of Senator, but he's been rinsed by Enforcer from across the map. And the amp goes down. UTM4 picks that up. He's stacked as well. But not much time left in this amp. In fact, doesn't get a lick of damage. And the score lead is 12 for Red. Blue just not able to get the required damage and chain their items into frags, really.
5 minutes remaining.
Belt goes to Blue, though, so Red losing track of that for the last 2 times. Obviously, the previous one was during the amp. But they should have known when that was up and didn't put anyone into contest. Alright, 59's getting bullied. Zil goes in and gets a flak. That's a risky move. It does pay off. And he's stationed at this amp now. Actually going to back out a bit. Doesn't want to throw his life away. Risk the spam. There we go. Amp goes to Zil. He's on to 14 health though, but he's got tons of teammates around. Oh, he actually gets to spawn himself. That's nice. If he can get onto this belt, then that's pretty huge. This is the first blue amp run in a while, I think. And it's pretty clean. The belt is going to spawn. Oh, narrowly misses that shot to Chero and a second. And now Zil going in. Actually using the sniper here. Really could just use the link gun. There we go. Whips out another gun, but it's too late for that amp. I'm not getting much out of the amp run. Did secure themselves the belt, but they've shown that they didn't actually need the amp to do that previously in the game. So they're going to have to start making frags here. Switch to Deity, he just got that 100 armor. His teammate gets the 50, so another advantage for blue on the armors. If I pull up the stats here, you can see how many more armors blue have got. 9 to 2 belts, 14 to 700s, 15 to 550 armors. They're even winning in the 25 armor department. But damage-wise, they're just lagging by over 3,000 now. They do get this belt, but look how much damage they've taken. Well over the 150 that belt got them. I think the problem blue team are having is they're struggling to leverage these power-ups. And that might just be because Senator and 59 are wilding out of control damage-wise. Actually, it's just Senator this game. I'm actually missing an Ampron from Zil, which is making it close. Certainly more impactful than his last one. There's 2 we've seen. I think he got 2 previously. Nearly a third onto Senator. Oh, what a flick from Zil. Potential for another one here. Takes out GVD and will eventually go down, but that's huge. He's brought it within 10. And he's prepped for the belts. Actually knows he's got enough time to go get this link gun. And he should probably be the player who picks this up since he has the gun. Oh, being pressured by red. Tuka gets a kill though. I don't even know who got the belt. But all the armor's gone from blue, and that's really bad. This amp's not up for a long time. 3 blue players are down there. UT4 will pick up the 100 though. And they're prepped for this amp, but they're early. It's the first time blue have been totally off on a power-up, to be honest. And that's because this amp's been delayed throughout the game. It is the last amp. Oh, the spam from red is brutal. UTM4 nearly eating a huge combo there. And the amp's finally going to spawn. It is up. Goes to Zil. But he immediately takes a sniper shot and goes down to Senator's primary. Deity there for the pickup. But he's 1v2, shot in the back. This is not the situation blue want to be in. And as the lead extends for red, will be 59. We'll finally get that amp out of the room. And he just needs to burn time in this amp. The only way blue win this is with an amp run. Almost 20 points in the lead. Looking like a red team victory. So I'll pull up the score so you guys can take a look at the damage lead. It's so brutal. Over 4,000. And a massive damage game from Senator. 59. Picking it up in the last couple minutes. 4.5. Higher than the highest player on red, which was on blue, which was Zil. Definitely a case of damage. I don't think I've ever seen a team get this many armors and lose the game. 1,900 armors. That is absolute domination on the 100. Turns out my prediction at the start of the game on how these two teams would play was perfect. So, guess I am a god after all. Anyway, on to map 2. I'm not sure which map this will be. Oh, deck. Now I'm worried for the Deity squad now, D1. This is a map where high aim players can absolutely take over the game. You see Snatch do it. You see Dion do it as well. We saw Wolf do it last Sunday, having an absolute monster game, pulling his team through almost single-handedly. And we just watched Senator dominate damage-wise against a team that got all the armors as well. Admittedly, if you have all the armors on deck, you are essentially unkillable from the perspective of the spawning player. And the spawns are pretty horrible, so actually having all the armors will be a bigger advantage. Oh! Put up the warm-up splash screen because that always makes the players ready up. And I'll try not to forget to put it back down again this time. I'll be curious to see who plays in the pit this time, because Tukra is a very, very strong pit player. UTM4 as well is really good in pit. But we are getting into the game. Don't know who on 59's squad will be in the pit. Possibly 59 himself. And Senator up top.
3, 2, 1.
Chero maybe up top as well, and GVD at the 50, something like that. But we are into the game, so I don't need to speculate any longer. It's 59, Tukra in a fight over the flat cannon, both going to back away. Oh. And Zil gets the boots 20 seconds into the game. Nobody went for those. That's unusual. So let's follow him, actually. Always fun to have the boots in the pit. You can actually jump. So you can jump from this position to the top without taking a lift. Shoots his teammate in the back. And probably deserved because he was just using the hammer. Calm flak from Zil, but we'll go down to enforcers. Belt coming up in 5 seconds, so is the 100 armor. Looking like top is firmly in the hands of red. And Deity and Tukra both get the major items, so all this control from red, not leverage at all. And now Deity and his team of stacked heroes can take top. Oh, he's out of ammo there. That's unfortunate. They're setting up for this amp. Only Chero's left at the top, though. Deity in position. Takes out Senator. Zil with the amp. Down to 11 health. Probably wants to drop this for someone. Hard on this map, though, to find a safe spot to do that. Let's take about a second. Oh, but he's made him way up the top. We'll pick up a sniper rifle. GVD actually challenging this. And nobody showing themselves. They know where Zil is. And he's not hitting the shots. They are difficult shots to hit. Just take the belt, UT4. There we go. Will be UTM4 to pick up this belt. Blue team looking really stacked. But as we saw last game, doesn't necessarily equate to kills. Oh, and all that ammo from the shock rifle's already gone. UT4, does he use the Enforcer or the Impact Hammer? We'll use the Enforcer this time. Narrowly avoids that combo there, which would have absolutely decimated him. And the 100 armor goes to 59. So red flooding the area will win them the 100, and 59 just going to take those health backs. Needs to be careful though. This is risky against a flat cannon, which can lob those balls right over the edge. Tukra, very, very strong hit player, but looking like he'll go down here. Oh, done so much damage. See, even though Tukra died there, does essentially win the fight by doing so much damage that that 59 can't really contest the belt there. And everyone on blue has armor, and they have the amp, so this is absolutely their time. Double kill, multi-kill for Deity. Great stuff with the shock primary. But goes down to some rockets. 100 armor's coming up though. And red are in position for it this time. Flooding the room. Goes to Chero. Doesn't have a gun, so he's going to wait for this shock rifle. And they're setting up for the belt. Chero's going to try and sneak it. It's a great position for the belt if nobody spots you, because you can shoot people who are jumping from the link gun platform. Anyone jumping from this side cannot see you. The belt goes to Zil. They've had 3 out of all 3 belts. And they're actually in the lead here. We didn't see them with a lead last game. But they're proving that they're very capable on this map. So tell my cat to shut up for a second there. He's up. Goes to Senator. Why am I on autocam? And this is where red team are dangerous. When Senator has the amp, but he goes down to double Enforcer. Deity been all over this amp this game. And very, very patient with the amp, as we've seen most of his games. Actually takes that fight, and a double kill from Deity. This is great. Oh, what a shot. And players spawn in front of him. He gets to the health. That's crucial as well, denying it from the enemies who are stuck around the 50 area. And this is just such beautiful control from blue. Looking like Zil is going to take the top. Oh, the only reason he survived there is because he had boots, and boots negate fall damage. Absolutely would have created. He didn't have that last boot charge. But look, he's come back for the 100. And he's got the health there well ahead of time. Red nowhere to be seen. So if there's any armor on the map, it will go the way of blue, seemingly. The lead is only 6. They've essentially had all the armor this game, and they're only 6 points ahead. And I think that is just an aim difference. Or great spawn from Zil here. Oh no, greedy. You had. It's so tempting to jump for it there, but really you just want to take the sniper there and cut your losses. As now red have the amp. They've closed the gap entirely. It's all tied up. And still tied. 46 to 46. We're almost halfway through this game, but a huge buy from UTM4. See, he does have his uses. But he's 1v2. 1v3. Just burning some amp time. Trades 1 for 1. Denies a lot of damage off that amp run, actually. So, decent play. And blue have the top position. .59 going up all alone. Gets shot down. 3 blue players in his face. The belt is up. Everyone in blue jumps for the belt. Taking team coordination to the max. And 100 goes to blue as well, I think. Yep. So, straight back on the armors. UTM4, he wants this rocket ammo. It's out of reach. There we go. We'll go for these guns. And they've started to make their lead again. Freebie for UTM4. Senator goes down. And the amp's up soon. He does have one boot charge, so he could push this top position, which would be really helpful for his teammate. Zill clears it out. Just switch over to Zill. He's making the amp jump. Just wants to back away with this amp. Oh, 3 red players chase him. And the amp's looking like it will go to red. Zill jumps onto Senator's head. Senator unable to hit the shots. Amp goes to Deity. He can't hit the shots either. Oh no, this amp, it's another cursed amp run. Finally goes to Chero. He has 10 HP, but he's getting, well, stuff in the butt. Still actually getting a multi-kill there, but they're totally missed. Picks up the 100. So I think blue win that amp run. Oh no. What a mess. Let's pull up the damage stats. Much closer damage game this time round. Still no belts for red. Only 7 points behind though. Pretty shocking considering how important the belt is. Especially because most of those belts have been totally uncontested. 100 goes to Tukra as per usual. Oh, Zill. Goes down to Flak. Switch over to Tukra. He's picking up guns. Setting up down low for this this belt. 59's actually on the belt and will pick it up. There we go. First belt for red. And Tukra needs to be careful here. Did 59 lose the belt? I didn't see how. Tukra, great play in the pit. And his teammate got the amp. It's a strong position for blue now. Zill just needs to hit his shots. Zill aiming all over the place. Just pulls out the link. Nice and safe. Chero goes down. And blue, they're running as a unit, which is really good around these amps. There's only been one really messy amp run from either team, and that's because the amp got trapped in this lower area. Oh, red stealed 100 from below Zill's nose. But blue, they're now 20 points in the lead. And they've cleared out the area for the belt, which goes to Deity. Oh my god. 4, 5, 6 shock primaries from Senator. Belt is completely denied. Trapping Deity in the boot alcove. I think Tukra bounced off GVD's head there. This is a horrible position to be in. 2 enemy players spamming you with shot combos. Great flak ball from Tukra. And the amp's actually up. Blue in position. Zill gonna jump for it. He has 2 HP. We'll probably drop this for a teammate. Oh no, his teammate's been flayed by the flak cannon. Actually, he gets the kill on 2 health. Now up to 7 after that big health vial. And Chero. Oh. Chero avoids all those shock primaries and then dips 1 foot into the acid and dies. And this is allowing Zill to just go on a tear. This is really great stuff from blue. I'm glad to see them performing well on this map. They're actually in the lead with damage, and this is what I was saying at the beginning about on this map, because it's a bit more open, there's more fighting and more players spawning next to each other. Having armor is a bigger advantage. And also this game, Senator not having quite the performance he had last time. 59 instead taking his place. But the damage is super close. It's still time for red to win this. It's only a 20-point lead. And on this map, a couple of good amp runs. You can absolutely crack a 20-point lead. The difficulty is actually getting the amps, though, when blue just have all the armor and have done all game. Just going to have no timing on it. And another amp. Oh, nearly goes to Zill, but he dodges off it. Takes the slightly enthusiastic hammer jump to get up there. And the double kill. Chero as well is in front of him. He goes down to a teammate. And Zill, the amp player all game, except for a couple from Deity, but Zill really showing us what he's made of. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. His teammate shoots him in the butt as punishment. There we go. Finishes on a high note. Belts up pretty soon. 100 up as well. Oh, Deity was in position. I think he got that. Belts up as well. Oh, UT4, no. And Zill pummels himself with the hammer. Ah, that's hilarious. If they lose this game, then that was the moment. But it's looking like they're in a very strong position in these last 2 minutes. Next 100 as well. Actually, Red might get this one. Honestly, the only real win condition here is Red get this 100 and the next amp. Senator picks it up. If any player was to do it, it would be Senator. But 59 gets headshot off screen. He's that other high damage player for his team. Needs to be staying alive. You need your high damage players to step up if you want to break a lead like this. Amp's actually up. I don't know if Senator saw that. GVD takes it, but he gets air flakballed. UTM4, he has the amp. He goes down. But team support from Deity. It's all about the amp team support. You need your teammates there to pick it up if you die. And he doesn't even need to go aggressive with this amp. He doesn't need to take the belt if he doesn't want. He can leave it for a teammate, but chooses to take it anyway. But he's not even looking for kills because he doesn't need it. Let's pull up these stats. Very, very close damage, but the 100 armor's firmly in control of blue. As were the belts. 12-2. That's a huge belts differential. Clean triple shock beam onto GVD. And a very clean win on deck. There are your stats. 44-26 for Deity. Big game. 5.6k damage. And Zill and Tukra, both high damage games as well. Tukra, 1100 armors. Yeah, all over the hundreds were blue, all over the belts as well. I think just generally better calling from their side. But the damage was firmly in the side of red for Overlord, so they took that first map. So there's a 1-1 in series. Players saying that they need a screenshot. It's all recorded on YouTube, so no need to worry. Yeah, I was glad to see a 2-2 there. 1-1 there, actually. I think both teams deserved a win. I'm going to put up my webcamless overlay. Got a replay of Deity, actually, I think getting 3 kills in 3 shots with the amp as soon as we switch to him. 1, 2, 3, multi-kill. Very nice. Right, the question is... Oh, they've waited for me. Very kind. Okay, we can either watch the last game from Snatch versus Wolf. I think that's happened. Or we can watch both games from Hanzu versus... No, hang on. From Sunade versus Psy. Cat. Okay, I see. Tamer 59X got delayed because 59 was still playing. I think there's been a lot of desynchronization on the games. I want to know how when his amp have gotten a clan tag that changes constantly. I think, given the choice between 59 versus Tamer and Snatch versus Wolf, it would be wrong of me not to watch the classic matchup between the two SAS team leaders. Although Tamer versus 59 also has good potential to be a good game. I probably won't catch all the games today, that means. So we are already 22 minutes behind. Right, will be another Honk Nitro matchup. Oh! What's funny is I think Snatch and Wolf both hate this map. I don't think Alea likes it. Actually, no, I think Alea's happy playing Sniper on this map. Crush as well, it's pretty good on this map. Don't know how Wolf's teammates will find it. I think Die Very On is... Hang on. check. Wrong button, no. Helio. Am I right in thinking that? Yeah, it is Helio. Thought so. And we're just waiting for Uzi to join now. Oh. Snatch narrowly missing an air rocket on someone who wasn't air strafing. Right, we've got fewer players than we had a minute ago, so that's good. No idea who that is. Don't think that's easy. There we go. Now we just need Wario back. Don't know where he went. Maybe he went to restart client. He's back. We've got all the players. Blue ready. Red may be ready as well. Nope, is he warming up? I honestly don't know if this game was meant to start half an hour ago or 15 minutes ago or now, but none of those would surprise me. Right, Wolves ready, Snatch ready. We'll be getting into the game just a minute. As soon as they remember who is hosting, there we go.
Three, two, one.
Wario to pick up that first sniper. Snatch is rinsing him with the minigun, but Wario gets first blood. Needs to watch out for these rockets though. Crush takes him out from around the corner. That's a 3-1 for Blue. Kellio goes down at the amp room. That's a big fight over the first 100. Wolves in position. Doesn't go for the huge air rocket, but gets the 100 armor. The 50's actually still up. He's holding it for a teammate here. Now he may as well take it himself. 50's still up. And the team's prepping for the belt. Wolves already up there. This can be a tough belt fight to prep for. Wolf sitting on it, gets the belt without taking any damage to the belt, which is always good. Or sneaks around the combo from Snatch, and he can't get himself onto the 100. So brutal combo from Snatch means that Wolf doesn't get any armor out of that. We'll actually go to Alea. It's not Counter-Strike, you can't shoot through boxes. I'm missing this amp run from Playful. Looks like Red were there ahead of time. He secured the room. Oh, patient rocket. Does allow his teammate to go down though. So that's a 1-for-1 trade, and nobody really showing themselves. Playful is really low and he goes down to a shock beam from Alea. Who himself can't... There we go. 200 damage combo onto Wolf. And the belt goes to Playful actually. So another belt goes to Red. He doesn't have a gun. He'll be gifted this shock, but it's only got 2 ammo. It's classic UT4 TDM. Pick up a shock rifle. No ammo. But 3 stacked players on Red, all with armor. 50 armor is actually already up as well, so if Wario gets that, then they'll be stacked as a squad. But instead, they're going to secure the 100 armor room a bit early, to be honest. And Kellio actually takes that 100. He's the last man standing. Kills Playful, who had his back turned. So setting up on this belt with this 100 armor is going to be advantageous for Blue. But Red have the position advantage. Wolf doesn't have a gun though. So he's having to push out to contest this a bit. Wario bombing from the sky. Kelio had the boot jump. But Wolf, while Wario distracts the enemy, he takes the belt. So let's follow him. Once again, another low HP belt grab, but doesn't take any damage to the belt. So as long as he gets health under it, then he's looking pretty solid. And again, I'm missing an amp run. This time from Snatch, who is a very fearsome player. Oh! Uzi loses his head. 1-2 combo from Snatch and Alea. The 100's up in 4 seconds. Snatch is there. Wario is all alone for red team. Oh, team support coming from the side. And Wario actually gets onto the 100 armor and takes that. Wolf got the belt as well. Or he's still got belt, rather. Belt's up in 4. Kelio's on that one. Oh, Alea gets bounced over the top of it, but Kelio's in position. Does he... Okay, interesting. Big rocket. Unfortunately not enough to kill Uzi. He's left on 6 health. And it's looking like this 100 will go to Wolf. He picks that up. So good armor control from Wolf in particular on red team. Already got himself 2 belts and 300s. That is more than the entirety of blue team combined. But another amp goes to Snatch. While Wolf gets belts, Snatch gets amps. And they're 10 points in the lead. And I think this is the map thing. I honestly don't think 99ers are particularly comfortable on this map. Snatch's team, while I'm not sure this is their favourite map, I think they're much more comfortable. Easy shot onto Wolf there as he's in the air. And that means Snatch gets the belt this time. He's just pinging people with the sniper. Oh, walks over that sniper ammo. That's annoying. I think he's just noticed. Yeah. Not in position for the 100. And Crush actually doesn't take the 100. The spider being up. Playful steals that from him. Amp's still up for another 30. Nothing up for another 20 at least. Playful is taking the long way around to the amp. Looking for a backstab onto Crush. If Crush turns around, hits a full bio or a full flak, absolutely nukes Playful there. That's rough. You just follow someone for about 10 seconds. Uzi goes down ahead of the 100 armor as well. And amp, belt, both coming up. Playful, he's on the belt. Oh, gets knocked off. That's so tilting. But Uzi's there to pick it up. Meanwhile, Alea got the amp. Low HP though, or just base health. Really wants this 100. It's up in 10 seconds. They need to hold the room. But he's going to try and take out Uzi. Uzi squandering this belt. Yeah, not much out of that belt, unfortunately. And a bit of long-range spam from Alea, knowing that his teammates were there behind him to pick up the 100. Playful, not happy about the ping situation. Let's pull up these stats. Huge damage lead for Snatch, and I've just seen the score. 59 to 36, pretty dominant. And another belt likely going the way of blue team. Crush in position, Snatch there above him to help him out. I'm actually going to follow Snatch because he has the guns. He got control of the boots as well. Not an item that's typically controlled on deep in the way it is on deck. Oh, 3 players reveal themselves to Snatch. See if he can hold the line. Wolf comes in with the rockets. Snatch bouncing all over the place. Gets 1. Gets 2. Possibility for 3. He's going in, but takes a snipe from Wolf. But he's done so much damage there. And Wolf goes down. And the amp goes to blue anyway. Easy with the amp this time. Oh, he's getting linked from behind though. Hits 80 damage onto Alea. It's down to 7 himself, though. And his belt's up in 3 seconds. Oh, nice moves. Nearly gets air rocketed by Crush there. That would have been epic. But Alea able to sneak in, take the belt after everyone had died. And nothing up for a little while. Let's follow Alea, actually. He's taking his top position near the bridge. It's very hard to hurt when you're up in that position, unless somebody has a sniper or shock. But you do give up a lot of position on the 100 armor. But Alea, confident his teammates are there to take it. And this is the benefit of team coordination. It means you don't have to move around the map very much as a single player. You just need your sort of unit of teammates to move around. And Blue cleaning out this belt room. Alea still has 11, or this amp room, still has 11 armor left, so we'll probably be the one to take this amp. There is a sniper there on the ground. Oh, Wario walks in with a flak. Connects, but not a huge amount of damage. It's a risky move. Seems like there were 3 pairs of boots dropped there, but I might have misseen that. But in the drama at that amp run, we missed 100 and belt going to red team. They're still only 20 points behind. They've got 5.5 minutes, plenty of time. Oh, and Alea goes down. Amp is dropped. Does absolutely nothing during that amp run. Uzi will get another kill here as well. Let's follow him. He's looking pretty stacked. Got some guns as well. Always good to see. And it's now only a 16-point lead. Honk is a map where if you sort of right yourself halfway through the game and realize what's going wrong, you can absolutely make a comeback. Uzi's ahead of this belt. Alea gets knocked off. There's actually another player on the belt now, but Crush is in behind Uzi. Belt's still not up yet. Oh, Alea, he jumped back up there, but gets absolutely shredded. And it's Snatch to pick up the belt. Already taken like 100 damage and goes down. And that's the risk of the messy belt fights on this map particularly. Sometimes it'd be better to just stick around the 100 armor. Amp's up. Crush and Alea both there. Have they not spotted it? Yeah, must have. There we go. Crush will pick it up. Leaving it for Snatch. That's a respectable strategy. Or Uzi hits his head on the bridge. Snatch, uncharacteristically missing some link gun there. Oh, nearly a huge flak ball onto Wario, but Snatch goes down. It's a trade kill. And look how close this game's gotten. Well, hang on, no, I misread the score. It's not that close. It's closer than it was. Lots of armor for blue team now, though. Let's put up these stats. Big damage lead. Over 2k. Although that's a similar damage lead we saw only a few minutes into the game, so I guess the game is stabilized. And a messy fight over the 100. Crush there to pick it up. Already lost that 100 to 2 clean combos from red team. And now nothing's up for a while. It's going to get scrappy. Pretty even on the armors and belts as well. Blue team well ahead in the amps though. Now everything's coming up at once. 100's up. Crush picks that up. Belt and the amp. Alea's on the amp, but he's really low. Belt, everyone's there. Wolf picks that up, and he's probably going to go straight to the amp, which is itself up. See Alea running away from the belt play. He knows Wolf's coming. Going to support the 100. Actually suicides instead of just dropping it. Is he not? No, there's a bind. You know, what would have been 200 IQ is if Snatch left the amp on the floor, because it decays slowly when it's on the floor. And then you just get more amp time in this run. Because he's burned most of the amp time waiting for the armor. Playful actually takes that fight, which is interesting. And it's back up to a 20-point lead. Oh, Crush abandons the 100 armor and Uzi swipes it. And the belt goes to Wolf. This is their last chance to make up this 20-point lead. It would be miraculous to get this many frags in this short a time, but it is possible. Snatch, though, looking pretty snacked, and he's the player that... Pretty stacked, and he's the player that you need to take out at least once. He's the momentum breaker. Wolf, he's working on it. He's pushing into Snatch. He knows he has to go for this. There we go, a direct rocket. Alea's here to help out. Amps up soon. Oh, Wolf flubs the combo and he goes down to plasma spam. And Uzi will be cleaned up by Snatch, who actually has base health now. Base health and a shock. Wolf pushing in with a link gun. Does a load of damage. Snatch gets away with 12 HP. Oh, that was so cheeky. The double back to get the 90 damage. And he knows that they have to chase him. They need this amp run if they want to win this game, and it is all but over. Belt goes to Uzi. Stylishly takes out Snatch with some prediction tri-rockets, but will be too little too late. Well over 20 points deficit now for them. But basically identical belt and 100 stats. Way more amp time for Blue though. 8 to 1 amp grabs. And that's probably the story of this map, to be honest. Blue were just always there on the amp. It's generally pretty easy to contest the belt, but amp on this map's a bit like the belt on Spacer. You just have to get there early. Otherwise you'll be choked out. Looks like we're swapping over. Snatch with a big game. 5,666 damage. Wolf, his SAS team rival. Not quite as high damage. But we are swapping over to UK. Change of plan. We're going to watch the second match of Cripples versus Polished. Or is it Polished? I don't know. They're mostly Polish, although one of the Poles has left and become British. This better be good, by the way, because you convinced me to change. And I had a feeling Nitro would have been better than Honk. I'd be interested from chat to know who won the previous game of these. I saw the score was close, but I didn't see what it was. Yes, if you're not aware, Clinic has left the cup, and Bex, whose team disintegrated, has taken his place. Yeah, I think map 1 was Spacer. Alright, looks like Polish won the first map. So, Sai's team, Cripples, yet to win a map in the tournament so far. And with the way the seeding works, moving on to the next stage, to the playoffs, they probably have to win every game that they play from here on out to get into those playoffs. I think there is a Div 2 playoffs happening, but obviously teams want to be in the Div 1. Clinic's actually watching the game. That is... Considering Clinic's excuse was that he doesn't have time, that is absolutely outrageous. There you go, he leaves the game. Must have heard me chatting shit. Sai's ready. Sai is a player to watch in this map, especially on the belt position. It's usually where he plays. But game is up. I think if Sai can dominate that belt position, then his team has a good shot. Generally, you play one player at the belt, 3 players at the 100 armor. Or maybe 2 at the 100, 1 at the 50, something like that. This big central room is very important, as is this sniper purge that Dev is camping. Actually, have a look at Dev. As Oleg waltzes into a rocket, Dev cleans up with 2 taps with the Enforcer. A little bit early for this 100. Dev jumps away from it. Oh no, and he's given up the 100. But Sai's there, picks up the 100, eats a rocket from the back though, and gets picked out of the sky. So a bit of a flub on the 100. It's possible Dev thought he picked up the 100 and dodged away. Can happen sometimes. This is a big link fight. Oh no! Sai goes at the lift, but Sunade's there ahead of time. Read him like a book. Just camps the lift with a flat cannon. Sai didn't stand a chance. As Ponix goes down as well. And Sunade already getting in position for this belt. For the amp rather. Oh, big combo from Dev though. And there's lots of red players. They're pushing him. Furio has a flat cannon and an armor. Making a move. Sunade abusing that height advantage, but he does go down. The amp's now spawned. Sai was on it for a second, but he falls off. And it's Oleg to pick it up. Oleg bounced in the sky there. I don't know how. But he's now making moves on the 100. Will help to secure that for his teammates. But he eats a flak bomb from Dev. I think he probably has a teammate to pick that up though. Right? Team support, right? There we go. Bex picks up the amp. And Sai, a second time denied by somebody getting to the belt ahead of time with a flak. 100 armor's up soon. Red in position this time. Dev will take that. Needs a gun though. I'll wait for this sniper. There we go. Picks it up. Oh, sees 2 blue players coming towards him. You can actually make that jump all around, but he's dropped into 3 players. There are 2 players above him. And that 100 goes down, only doing 65 damage with the sniper, and Bex is still looking stacked. Oh, not after that. Nice rockets. And a patient follow-up onto Ponex. Knew he was distracted by his teammate there. And that means the 100 armor goes to Oleg, who gets the 225s as well. Belt's up soon. There we go. Sai is finally not contested, but the amp. Oh, that goes to Dev. So everything going the way of red team. Oh, but Bex steals the amp. I don't know how he's done it. Snuck up behind Dev, and he actually gets away with his life. Having that 100 armor. That's the importance of bringing those items to the fight, leveraging them at the major power-ups. Bex stealing away the amp. And that's a lot of momentum taking away from red. They are 10 points behind. They need these amp runs to help them catch up. That's for Sunny looking very good. Bex is on a rampage. Has he died yet? He has. He's died twice, but since not died for 10 kills. And he's ahead of the belt. Actually takes it despite having full 100 armor. But Sai booted in the arse by that secondary flag. And Sunny picks up the 100. So Blue looking very much in control. Bex in position for the 100. Shreds Furio. Red team looking very lost on this 100 position. They have got position on the amp though. Don't know if they know it's up. Sai does. He takes it. He's down to 39 HP though. Wants to go for these 225s here. Only one is up. There we go. The other one spawns just as he walks over it. And now he's hunting. He sees Par. Par goes down. But it's all teammates as far as Sai can see. Oleg gets up the lift. Oh, doesn't have the space to detonate a combo there. And Sai will pick up the belt, but he's immediately flacked down by Bex, whose rampage is finally ended by Sai. It only took a belt amp player. And all of a sudden, the lead is dwindled to 5. This next 100 armor will determine who starts to build the lead now. And Furio's in position. Oh, but the boot jump from Bex, nearly enough to take it. Doesn't have the HP to withstand the Stinger secondary, though. And this 100 armor's kind of in the crutch for Blue team at the moment. Without that, they might be a bit lost, especially because Sai is always in position for these belts. And Bex no longer on a rampage as well, so he doesn't have those boots to jump around and deny the belt. Having said that, he is up there ahead of time, but he gets knocked off by Sai. And it's Sai to pick that up. And a freebie onto Par with the link gun. Oleg as well goes down. And we're almost tied up. Only 1 point in it. The amp is actually in the hands of Ponex. I missed that. And Sunade eats so much damage, but he survives. And gets the kill with the sniper. One more Link Blast would have killed him there. He only had 40 health. And that's exactly what a Link Bolt does when it's amped. Still only a lead by 1. But 100 looking like it will be controlled by Blue. Oh, what? Oh, he got sniped. Okay, I thought the secondary Link did 40 damage there. But nevertheless, Bex picks up the 100. And he's looking for a shot. Dev's head. Tantalizing, but it will drop and get body shot in the end. And Bex actually drops for the ammo. It's a nice little touch there. Belt's up soon. Oleg's there ahead of time. Sai versus Oleg. All over the belt this game. And a messy flak fight. Sai comes out the better. And he also has a huge health stack. Par, his life is ripe for the taking right now. And a shred from Sai. Killing spawn killers, but spawn frags. But actually takes a ton of damage. And Red have the lead. They've just blown that lead completely. Now up by 6. 100 armor's up pretty soon. 50's up. That goes to Ponex. But it's Oleg on the 100. Hits one shot. Oh, nearly nuked by a combo from Dev, but he runs away from the 100 armor. See, that is the risk you take if you don't know the exact time on an item. If Oleg had known the time, then he absolutely would not have jumped away there. But he does have a teammate with an amp. Sai, great positioning there actually, makes it really hard to hit. And a good prediction combo, but unfortunately for him, doesn't catch the amp player, and Bex is able to pick up the belt. He's pushing into Furio, steals the 50 away from him as well. And we're all tied up, 45 to 45. This is looking like a very close game. So that large lead, completely gone. Sai gets the 100 as well. As Berks hits 2 nice snipers. Oh! Got these stats. Damage looking very close, only 200 difference. 100 armors and belts also very close. 100 is actually up. That's going to go to par. As blue team are now up by 3. Onyx goes down. Belt's coming up. Olek in position for that. He only had 4 health, so good on him for getting that belt. And he's going to try and get some HP bubbles. Of course, you are immune to health damage when you have the belt. They're setting up for the amp. It's up. Sunade picks that one up. He's only on 60 health, though. And he's looking for enemies. There we go. Runs into Furio. Furio dies. Doesn't even see him. Oh, needs to watch out for the flak balls from Sai. Oh, what a kill from Sai. Completely denies the belt. Oh, the amp. And he's got 3 teammates all around him. He's looking for spawn kills, but nobody's spawning. And tons of armor on the side of blue. Oleg loses all of that armor, though. It might have been Bex who had all the armor. It changed just as I switched. Bex playing really well. 26 to 7. Very, very efficient game from him. But gives up another 100 armor. And the belt's up. That goes to Oleg. So Oleg looking very strong. Another low HP belt grab from him. Oh, drops into 2 flak wielding red players. But luckily, one of them walked away. Sai bouncing all over the place from that lift. No. Oleg and his teammate clean that up. Now an 11-point lead. I don't think Red have got a kill for quite a while. And it's not like they haven't been getting the armors. Ponix just picked up 100. Amps up soon. Bex avoids the air rocket. 2 blue players down here with Ponix. Make that 3. Can't hit the rockets. Amp is up. And Sunade gets that. Low HP though. Can't hit the shock primaries. Down to 27. Is Oleg in position for the belt? This time, no he's not. It will go to Sai. So belt's actually looking very uncontested for both teams. As Sai again runs into an amp carrier at this lift. Tons of damage to par. Big combo from Sunade. Sai just wants to get out of here alive now. Damage looking pretty even across the board, actually. Furio lagging a little bit on Team Red. It's finally a contested belt. Sai actually kills Oleg there. Sunade, he's making the jump himself. Sai choosing not to go up there. Oh, belt's not up for 15 seconds. Only just realised that. Oh, the flak. It's failing Sai at the moment. Hate to see it. Everyone's been in that position. And the belt goes to par, uncontested. Furio gets the 100 though. And it's amp, the next major item. Now quite a big damage lead for Polished. And Sunade, his 3rd low HP amp grab. But again, he's got away with it. So I think maybe just a more presence needed from Team Red on the amp fights. But these amp runs aren't actually that impactful from Sunade. Like, in that situation, the Ampron netted him 45 extra damage. And he dies anyway. Belt this time goes to Sai. The score difference is looking quite big, though. Would be a miraculous comeback in the last 2 minutes of the game. There is one more amp run in it. This needs to be very efficient from Red. It's Sai in the lead, but even with a very efficient 25 to 16, hard to compare to what Bex has been doing all game. And Sai just walks into Sunade's flak. Bex gets the 100. This is looking like a blue team win, unless Red can pull out something miraculous. As they hit dominating, powering up in these last few minutes of the game. Oh, Bex finally guesses wrong and eats a combo, but he has spotted that amp. Just wants to clear the area a little bit. It's Furio to pick it up though. He's going to backstab Bex. But they have a minute for 20 kills. Absolutely not happening. Especially since Oleg just picked up the belt. Let's pull up these stats. We're going to have a read for the last 30 seconds. As we play out the remainder of the game. Exactly 1,300 armors for each team. Red actually getting most of the 50s, which can be a big deal on this map. Because if you're locked out of the 100 room, then the 50 is pretty much all you have, and it can help you in those belt fights. But the difference really being in the amps. Pretty even belts, but loads more amp time for blue. That can explain some of their damage. Just a couple more amp runs for Red, and they take the lead a bit more in the middle game, I think. But as it stands, will be a 2-0 for Team Polish, led by Sunade, and Sai's squad. I mean, if you name your team Cripples, then maybe you were expecting to not win a map. So, hopefully not too upsetting for that side. I'm going to take a very quick break, and I'll be with you in a moment. think this is the last game I'm going to be able to cover today. I was planning on doing 5. I think I've only done 3. Which means that we missed one due to delays over the course of the game day, but that's alright. Everything got played. There's some high quality ping argument going on in Discord. This might be the first time we've seen Anzu's team. Anzu's team was made of the players that didn't get picked. The second time Anzu hasn't got picked in a draft cup, despite being a very good player. Oh, Wario is in the game, I've just seen, and just haven't balanced the teams yet. Delayed so much that my cat has been to sleep and got up again and is now screaming. So you'll have to deal with that. I think he's fucking up outside. There we go, now 4v4 instead of 3v5, so we've made some progress. Blue are ready. I don't think Red are ever going to be in the right mindset to play a tournament game, but let's see. Alright, ready. Let's get this over with. I've been warned that I might need to find a way to censor the chat, so we might see some spicy messages, but let's hope it all goes cleanly, shall we? Hanzu gets the lucky spawn on the sniper. And some vials. But nobody presenting themselves right now. He's actually hanging around here for the next sniper rifle. See, does he go straight to the 100? Probably does. This balcony here is really, really strong. See, he just takes out Wario. More damage into Playful. Playful missed the 100. But Anzu misses the shot. That would have tilted Playful if he died there. But you see how much damage Anzu's done from this position. It's so strong. Lots of strong hit scan players will go up there. Aiko especially likes to sit up here. Something actually when I play I need to do a bit more. But it does require you to take that sniper rifle across the map and sit up there. So in a way actually it's a good thing that the Shock and Sniper are next to each other on this map. But both major power-ups going to red. Oh, actually I take that back. The 100 goes to Mikey. And it's Uzi with the belt. They are leading. Belt on this map is an item that you need to get to ahead of time. And the Uzi takes the amp. He's low on health though. Spotted Armong. Armong nearly goes down, but gets up the lift. And the 100 goes to Yoshi. So a bit of a lapse on the 100 armor for red, despite getting the amp and the belt. Yoshi gets plasmid. Uzi, though, needs to watch his head. This 100's not up for a while. Gotta go support the belt. Oh, and Armong gets himself onto the belt with 3 health. Bit of a blunder by red letting that happen. And the 100 armor? Armong died there. Yeah, 100 armor goes to Yoshi. I think probably I would agree with the sentiment in chat that 99 is favoured to take this. Anzu's team is a bit ragtag, given that it was... Oh, what a shot by Wolf. Shame we didn't see that from his perspective. Absolutely brutal air rocket. Let's follow him now. That air rocket won him the 100 as well. It's always great to hit stylish shots, but when they're meaningful to the game, even better. Armong picks up the belt on 6 health, so that's double the health he had last time when he got the belt. And Anzu gets an amped headshot onto Playful, and the game is tied up 19-19 with that shot. Anzu looking tied up a second time as red went 1 point ahead. Anzu now onto 1 health. Will go down. 100 armor's up in 13 seconds. Teams don't seem to be holding the 100 armor room, which is typically how I would play Spacer. But Wolf's there to pick up the 100. Oh no, he's pinged by the shock of Armong. And now belt's being set up for red. Actually, they've snuck in there quite effectively. All 4 players. Playful goes down though. Armong, he's making another ballsy move, but this time he's too late. Gets a kill though. Wolf, he doesn't have guns. The belt is gone off him. So, despite getting the belt, absolutely lost the fight. Anzu gets evaporated by that flat cannon. Amp's up soon, and blue are looking in a strong position to take it. There's Yoshi. He's approaching from the flak direction. Amp is up. Anzu slides his way onto it. Only 52 health though. 2 red players go down. Blue are now in the lead. And players lining up. I'm amazed that rocket didn't do more for Anzu. And he will give up the amp. Belt's up in 10. Playful's going to hold the line, but he's run into 2 stacked players. And it's flacked in the butt. Yoshi has the amp. He's pushing the... Oh, he dies to Wyo's bio. But Anzu's there to pick up the belt. Last remaining player in the belt room. After several posthumous kills. And they're looking like they'll take this 100, which they do. Oh, Armong pinged by multiple players, though. So armor advantage very diminished on the side of blue. But still the lead. 10 minutes left to go, so it's still a close one. Anzu now, he's trying to take this fight, but he doesn't really have the right gun out. Was, I think, looking to push into the flak area, but doubled back and didn't switch weapon, and always hard to fight downhill with rockets, or uphill, or anywhere where where there's a long distance, really. Amp goes to Anzu. He's going to drop into this belt room. Takes out Wario. Mikey got the belt, so great play by Blue. Anzu trusting that his teammates handled the belt. And Anzu's one of those players with really good hit scan. Especially Sniper. Oh, hits Wario, denies that 100 from him. Oh, but getting caught from behind. What a shot. And another one. Sadly can't finish that off. But a 10-point lead for Blue. Looking very strong on this map, actually. 500 damage lead, but a couple more hundreds, couple more belts, and a couple more amps, actually. Messy fight at the 100. Miniguns are out. 100 goes to Wolf. He's out of ammo, though. Classic minigun. Classic minigun. He's sitting on the belt. That scared me. But Armong will go down. See, Wolf now, he's establishing a rotation between these two items. He knows this this armor's coming up soon. Actually goes for the link gun to deny it from a spawn player. That's clever. And knows that he has just enough time to get to the 100, which he takes. Oh, but the play from Yoshi and Armong with the flak. It's not enough to take Wolf out, but does distract him from this amp grab across the map. And Anzu consistently getting a grip of these amps. Wolf caught unawares. And these amps are the difference maker at the moment. They can absolutely break your control. Doesn't matter how many armors you get. If Anzu can just amp run and kill 4 spawn players, it's not enough. But there we go. Playful gets the 100 and the amp. 2 seconds left off the run. And Yoshi goes down. And that armor's pretty much denied, so a bit of a reset on the map. So satisfying just waiting for like a full second and a half as a spawn player falls into your flat cannon at the top of that jump pad. Oh, map 2 is deep inside. Yeah, okay. 99ers really want to win this map then, because they showed last time they played deep inside that they are not happy on that map. But pretty even on the armor front are the two teams. Still only an 11-point lead, so the game is stable. It's just this lead is not being eaten away at. And Anzu, he knows the amp's coming up. He's going to pick up these boots. No, he's not. He's going to go up the lift. No, he's not. He's going to take the shock. I'm going to stop trying to predict things. Wolf this time, he's had enough of Anzu's amp runs, and he will take that. This health just got taken, so he needs to watch out. Pretty low. Belt goes to Anzu, and the 100 goes to Yoshi. So Wolf needs to make something out of this amp run, otherwise it won't have been worth it. That means he needs to hit at least 2 shots. Well, I guess 4 if you're just counting bonus damage. There's a start. Oh, but he dies from behind, so pretty poor trade in terms of damage to armor. between those amp runs and the 2 armor grabs of the opponent team. And 2 more armors go to blue. Mikey this time picking up the 100, and he's in this strong position. Rushed down by Wolf though. That's what you got to do. If you notice that somebody's hanging around up there, then rush it with flak or rush it with rockets when they're not looking. Let's pull up these stats again. Wolf, highest damage on his team, but Anzu's highest damage in the server by quite a way. 700 above Wolf. That's the 100 spawns. Armong picks up the belt. Anzu actually dies to those rockets, which saves Wolf from that huge combo. Armong's dropped with the belt. Wolf unable to hit the rocket. Armong getting chased down by 3 players on red though. The belt is all but gone. Wolf shoots his teammate. Very messy fight. They have 4.5 minutes to bring back a 10-point lead. Absolutely doable, but they keep giving away the amps. Chips in the chat saying panic. I probably agree, to be honest. Space that if you start to lose grip on the map, it can feel like it's slowly being choked away from you. There's nothing you can do. You're just always a tiny bit late to the items. Because it does take a while to get to the amp from the belt, for example. Belt's actually up in 3 seconds. Wolf there. Wolf consistently on the items. My cat's screaming again. Or is that just the amp running out? Who knows? Wolf taking the fight to Armong. He wants to hold this armor for his teammates, but none of his teammates are here. Cat, be quiet. He's desperately waiting for a teammate, but that's such a waste of armor. Only a 7-point lead now. So they are eating away at this lead. Mikey goes down. Anzu's got no gun. Oh, I'll get to the lift though. I think if Red want to win this, it's going to be on the back of Wolf. Knows this armor's coming up soon, but so's the amp. They're going to choose to stick around the amp instead. 100 goes to Armong. Amp is up. Wolf's going to pick that one up. And it's a play for the belt. Armong, what a play by Wolf. No, he goes down. I thought he had that for sure. Brilliant, brilliant play by him. Knows exactly when that belt's coming up. Hits 2 clutch amped snipers, taking out Armong, who had the 100, but the belt goes to the enemy team regardless. And this amp in the hands of Mikey. He gets headshot by Wario. It's now up to an 8-point lead. Still 2.5 minutes left. Absolutely doable for 99ers, but they need to get these power-ups. I mean, it's not exactly one-sided on the power-up game. It's pretty even, honestly. But it just feels like every time there's a crucial moment, they're losing out on the power-ups. It was Blue again to pick up the 100 armor. They're moving in on the belt. This belt's going to go to Wolf, but he's already been sniped twice, down to 15 HP. And Yoshi's still got a full 100. And that's such a momentum killer. There is one more amp run, and it starts in 10 seconds time. Wolf chasing Anzu. If Anzu goes down here, that's pretty rough, because he's the dedicated amp runner for his team, it seems. Amp is now up. Uzi's in position. Wolf, Anzu picks it up. And takes out Wolf. This is Anzu's chance to just put the nail in the coffin and win the game for his team. The win condition for Red is steal this amp run. They have to. It's 10 points and a minute, and it's not looking likely. Anzu survives on 2 HP. There we go. Finally goes down, but that amp is all but gone.
1 minute remains.
1 minute left. 100 armor probably going to Yoshi here, or yeah. Once again, belt's actually up, goes to Armong, and I think that has pretty much secured them the game. They're 14 points in the lead with 45 seconds. Need something miraculous. Oh man, I just feel like if Wolf had won the belt off that amazing play, then these last couple minutes could have gone differently. Could have absolutely steamrolled that into some control, but sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I'll put up these stats for the last 10 seconds. Very even on the 100 armors. And pretty even on the belts. Fairly even amp time. And overall a pretty even game, just 99ers just slightly behind that whole time. They did, I think, tie it up at one point, maybe. That might have been early on. And they were at times within 5-10, but just at the end, letting it slip. Huge game from Anzu, 5.4k damage. And comparatively low damage from 99ers. And here comes the hub argument. Yeah, I'm kind of... I don't really understand why Uzi and Playful want to play on the UK hub, considering they get... It's like plus 10 ping on DE, and it's more stable. But I guess they've had bad experiences on DE. DE is honestly the best hub that I've ever played in this game. It's not great, like amazing, but when you're competing against Phoenix, Anzu's team won first map, Sunade. And I should have the warm up so you can see my beautiful face cam that doesn't work for some reason. Warrior wants to say TE, apparently. I don't think he's a fan of the UK hubs. I think there's a bit of a divide between the hub preference in 99ers and whoever's playing on the hub they don't like at the time is generally not best pleased. But we are going to play on Phoenix, which is a hub that I will never ever play on ever again because of how badly I get lag on. But I think that's just me. I think that's my routing. Get like 80 ping, 70. Yeah, Warrior saying, let's get this over with. I have a feeling that might be the attitude on the 99ers team. They did absolutely get wrecked on this map last time they played it. Uzi not pleased. Here we go. 99 is pre-tilted. I'm sure Wolf is probably the least tilted on the team, but his tilt is coming from the fact that his teammates are tilted. But, you know, they've got strong aimers. There is a chance they win this. I don't know how practiced Anzu's team are. Uzi actually survived that fight on 1 health. Switched to Playful. He got that shock rifle. And the first 100 goes to Mikey. First belt up in 5 seconds. Wolf's making a move on it, but he's playing against Mikey, who has stack. Mikey hits a nice rocket onto Wario and a double kill onto Wolf. And that positions him nicely for the belt. 7-7, but they've got all the armors. So this could start to get a bit hairy for Red. And it's deep inside, so everyone moves over to this side of the map every 90 seconds. Wolf running in alone. Uzi's there to back him up. Actually, Uzi gets the amp. That's incredible. But Anzu not going to show his face against that amp carrier. Too wise. Keg's actually up, and Uzi's probably going to come get this. That's cheeky. And now he's moving over to the belt. He's going to be 1v2 here, but he does have the amp. 1v3 make that. Takes out Armong. Oh, doesn't get the shot onto Yoshi. Would have killed him. Now with that belt, this 9 HP doesn't really matter all that much. Oh, Uzi eats it direct. Yoshi doesn't want anything to do with that sniper rifle. But 100 armor coming up. No one in airstrike position. So Playful's going to get that unmolested. And now it's a play for the amp. Oh, Wolf thinks this keg's coming up, but it's not. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm putting thoughts into his head. Blue set up ahead of time for this amp. They were set up ahead of time last time, but Playful snuck in and stole it. Sometimes happens, but generally the consistent setups will net you lots of amps over time. And now Mikey has it. And he had stacked teammates, but they've all been shredded. And there's no one for Mikey to shoot. Keg is still on its way up. Uzi is the only player who knows where this is up. I think Anzu heard it spawn, yep. Ah! Oh! No. That's kind of heartbreaking. Mikey playing DE nuke, shooting between bomb sites. And face to face with the combo. Oh, what a rocket from Wolf. Threads it through the gap. A strangely shaped wall, shoots it around the corner. And it's Wario who gets the 100. It's still a close game, actually. Looked like Wario was deciding whether or not to shoot his teammate there. Come to think of it, I think shooting his teammate would have been more effective. At least based on that flak display. But the amp's coming up. Blue are in position. Anzu and Yoshi both here. I heard someone eat full bio from a teammate as well. Anzu down to 20 health. Needs to play this carefully. Uzi's actually quite stacked, so if he gets this amp, it's dangerous. Oh, there we go. Uzi's lost most of that stack now, so he's somewhat neutralized. He needs to watch his head. Will die to a sniper, and he goes down. Playful there to pick up the slack, though. And the 100 goes his way. The dastardly duo of Uzi and Playful running together now. But they've just let Anzu sneak away with the belt. And Anzu's got a sniper as well. So let's follow him. Definitely a dangerous player with a sniper. Oh, what? Uzi hits him with a full bio from across the room. And Anzu's left scavenging for health. Despite getting hit by that bio, Anzu's actually doing a ton of damage. Eventually goes down to Armong, who is his teammate. And it's a messy fight over the 100. Looking like Anzu has cleared the room though. Going over towards the amp. Wolf's up there already. He's got a shock rifle. But that jump pad just doesn't give him enough airtime to shoot Anzu. And amp goes to blue. They're now only 4 points ahead, but it is a bit of a lead. And I can hear my cat. He's just walked in, which means we might get a cat screaming, synchronizing to the end of this amp run, which would be topical. Amp run does change hands though, playful with it now, but he can't connect with the flak. Yoshi eventually goes down. Playful opportunity there to absolutely rinse Armong, who was quite stacked. But amp run goes down. No one on the keg. I take that back. Armong's on the keg. Belt's up soon. 100's up soon. Lots of armor on red. They're still only 5 points behind. Oh, but they've just absolutely eaten so much damage, and Uzi can't get to the bell. That's one to tilt you if you're already in a bad mood. That's for sure. Especially because Mikey gets the 100 as well. Let's follow Yoshi. And here extendeth the lead. Oh my god, that plasma from Yoshi. Playful won't be happy about that one. And it's amp again. Anzu, totally uncontested this time. Seems like red maybe lost track of the amp a little bit. Wolf's in position though to get a kill here. Just needs to avoid the hit scan and hit his own flak, but he can't connect. Oh, and a horrible spawn. Anzu going ham with the amp run. Can't blame the hub for that. Oh no, he can. And the belt positioning for blue is too strong for red to get any purchase. Oh, hammer from Wario. Makes it all worth it. Still though, this game is not out of reach. Not by any stretch. Anzu keeping tabs on the keg though. Let's pull these stats up. Anzu absolutely in the zone. 3.3k damage. 6 minutes remaining. Looking like a big one from him once again. Does lose the 100 armor to Wario, but neutralizes him immediately. Has some team support to do that as well. And now it's a move over towards the amp. Playful goes down. Anzu's still stacked from that keg from earlier. Defending this amp. Oh, Uzi making a play. Oh, dies to Enforcer. And it's Armong with the amp. Again, another player who can be very, very strong aim-wise. Maybe doesn't have quite the UT4 TDM experience as someone like Anzu. But dangerous nonetheless. Wario unable to connect with the flak. 2 players now. There we go. Amp goes down. Changes hands. Back to Uzi this time. Keg's coming up, see if Anzu's there. He's not, actually. But the 100's up. Goes to... Oof. Okay, I thought he wasn't going to get it for a second there. He does need HP. Oh, and it's not up. That's unfortunate. The keg as well is just taken. I will hold the stats up in case there's a rage quit. But I don't think there'll be a rage quit. I think I'm mocking a bit too harshly, to be honest. But hey, it's been a long cast. Oh, what a play by Wolf. That secures the amp room. And he's got a sniper. So this is how they break the lead, right? This is their only option, really, is to get a sick amp run. And Wolf is the player to do that. But the problem is on this map, amp runs are kind of neutered by the fact that it is basically a labyrinth. This is so tilting to... Oh no! Oh, and nearly dies to another rocket. What a switch, though, to the sniper. Takes out Mikey midair. Belt's up in 13. See, Wolf needs to make a decision. Does he go hunting? Or does he stick on the belt? But Mikey makes that decision easy for him. There we go. Warrior shreds Mikey for his troubles. Armor goes to Anzu, but belt goes to Wolf. So trade, good for red team. But it do need to be... What a rocket! And suddenly it's within 10, almost. Well, 11. Keg's actually up. If they dropped for the keg... Nope, taken by Anzu. Some great link work from Wolf. Look at these stats. 3.8k. Gets 100 for his teammate, and now it's play for this next belt, this next amp rather. Up in about 20 seconds. They're holding the room ahead of time. They know it's up at about 3, but they don't have exact timing because it's slightly delayed. Wolf going down for the 50, which is great because he already had some belts, so he's able to overstack. Cleans up Yoshi, and now it's within 10. Armon will probably go down here. Yeah, only Enforcer to defend himself. Wolf now on a rampage, so this is the comeback in motion. Yoshi goes down. The belt has been given up to Anzu, though. Unfortunate timing. Oh, Anzu's just run into the amp and takes 200 damage from the flak. Wolf's getting double teamed, though. Needs to watch his back. Anzu goes down, and Yoshi goes down. Great play by Wolf. But it's still a 10-point lead, so I guess his teammates were just dying on the other side of the map. Wolf doing everything he can, but eventually goes down. He's actually made up the damage difference between him and Anzu, which was quite significant. Oh. Keg is up. No one knows. No one's used to timing Keg in this game. It's only in 2 maps. There we go. Playful stumbles across it. But Blue have just had all the belts. 8-4. They're losing slightly on the 100 armors. But the belts are what you want to prioritize. As these 1v2s, Mikey, great link accuracy. And eventually takes down Playful. Takes a ton of damage in the process, though. Needs this 100. Sorry, needs this 25. Keg's coming up. Uzi's there. He's picking up the guns so no one else can challenge him. And he will get that amp uncontested. No! Drops into Armon, goes to the flak. That's the amp run all but gone. They needed this amp run to win the game pretty much. They're now about 15 frags behind. Amp has gone back to Wolf. He's the player you want with it, to be honest. But he's stuck in the sewer. He only got 10 seconds of amp left. Needs to start making plays. Even if he dies here, it's the only option he's got is to run at people and shoot them. But he can't find anyone. Yoshi gets another free belt. Seems like it's all about the belts this game. 99 is able to contest the amp and the 100 really well, but just not in position for the belts. And with the deficit of almost 20, this is the biggest lead we've seen so far this game. Was reasonably stable for the most part, and a nice comeback attempt by Wolf, hitting a rampage at one point, but just not looking like it will be enough. Actually, Wolf having more amp time overall as well. Oh, sorry, 99ers having more amp time overall. And I'm afraid that is game. Oh, the insta-quit from Easy. No screenshots were taken this day. Oh well. Yeah, unfortunate for 99ers that they weren't able to pull together and win Spacer. I think honestly they were a bit tilted going into this matchup, judging by what was going on in Discord, so a bit of a shame there. Definitely a team that has a high skill ceiling, but I think they have some mentality issues. Anyway, I think that's the last game for today. Let me just check. yes, that was the last game of the day. The next one that's scheduled is on Thursday, so I won't be back for a while unless one of the teams schedules something earlier than that. And then after that, it's another Sunday game. But yes, thank you for watching. Always a pleasure. We'll have a replay to show you guys. I think this is just an amp run from Anzu. He hits a nice shot into Wario here. Nice flick shot. Oh. And there we go. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on Thursday, unless someone schedules an earlier game, in which case I'll see you earlier. See ya.